a decent amount. I was planning on starting 5-on-5 after All-Star break, and then, I was dealing with this I'm still dealing with it today. So this hasn't been fun, but getting back to playing 5-on-5, doing really everything now without limitations. Our interns have been amazing, helped push me and helping me get running. So yeah, I'm doing everything.
What you mentioned the shingles. I mean, what has that experience been like? I guess. I mean, I imagine just miserable. But like, well, you gave some explanation as to how it started. Just kind of take us through that. And
yeah, well, I would tell anybody over 50 years old to get the shot. First of all, like this has sucked. My dad had it during the finals on his stomach, and a lot of people get it there, but mine's been on my face. So, like I couldn't even go in front of a camera if I wanted to early because.
Stephen Curry is not playing in these playoffs. His team didn't make it, and yet somehow his name keeps coming up in every single conversation about the Western Conference Finals. That's not a coincidence. That's legacy. After Game 1 between Oklahoma City and San Antonio, social media didn't just talk about Victor Wembanyama's dominant performance or the Thunder's title hopes. People were pulling up Curry clips, old highlights, regular season games, the Olympics, and certain analysts like Nick Wright found that absolutely hilarious, calling it adorable that Warriors fans were somehow trying to insert Curry into a conversation he wasn't even part of. But here's the thing about that take, and I want you to really think about this. When a player who isn't even in the building still gets brought up the moment something special happens, that's not desperation. That's dominance with a long shadow. Let's go back to this past regular season for a second. The Golden State Warriors traveled to San Antonio on back-to-back nights. They faced a Spurs team that has Wembanyama, a 7'3" generational talent with a 7'9" wingspan and the skill set of a guard in a giant's body. And what did Curry do? He dropped 40+ points in both games. Back-to-back nights. In the same building. Against the same defense built around arguably the most physically gifted defender the NBA has seen in decades. That's not a coincidence either. That's Curry being Curry, doing what he has done his entire career, which is make the seemingly impossible look routine. And before anyone tries to say the regular season doesn't count, let's talk about the moment that will genuinely be etched into sports history forever. The 2024 Paris Olympics. Team USA is in the gold medal game against France. The crowd is pro-France. Wembanyama is on the floor. The game is close and intense, and there are genuine moments where it looks like the United States might not pull it off. Then Curry takes over. He goes absolutely nuclear in the fourth quarter, hits shot after shot, and at one point pulls up over Wembanyama's enormous outstretched arm and drains an arcing three that looked like it was fired from half-court with surgical precision. Team USA wins gold. Curry gets the glory. And Wembanyama, for all his greatness, watches it happen. So when Warriors fans bring that up, they aren't being delusional. They are pointing at actual evidence that Curry has a specific kind of game that causes problems for even the most elite defenders on the planet. His release is so fast and so high that the traditional tools of shot blocking become less effective. His movement off the ball creates such chaos that switching and help defense both come with serious costs. He doesn't need to get into the paint to torch you. He doesn't need a mismatch. He just needs a sliver of space and the ball in his hands. And every defense in the league has been completely helpless against that combination for over a decade now. But let's address the Nick Wright comment directly because it represents a broader pattern in NBA discourse that is genuinely frustrating to watch. The moment a new star emerges, the instinct from a certain group of analysts and fans is to build that star up by tearing down the players who came before them. We've been watching this happen in real time with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA is extraordinary. There is no debate about that. He is one of the 2 or 3 best players in the NBA right now and has been the engine behind a Thunder team that looks like a genuine championship contender. That is real, and it deserves to be celebrated. But there was a segment of social media that was actually trying to argue with a straight face that SGA's last 2 seasons have been better than Curry's back-to-back unanimous MVP campaigns. And that's where you have to pump the brakes, because Curry didn't just win those MVP awards. He completely and permanently altered the way basketball is played on this planet. The three-point revolution that every team in the league is currently built around, the entire offensive philosophy of spacing the floor and hunting shots from distance, the idea that a 6'2" guard without elite athleticism can be the most unguardable player in the world, all of that traces directly back to what Curry did during that stretch. The sport looks different because of him. That's not something you can just casually wave away because a newer star is having incredible seasons.